A part of you is dying, and it might not feel comfortable, but it's part of the journey. A part of you is dying. And we're all going through it right now, Light Warriors. I was a polar bear today, Light Warriors. I'm going to tell you all about it in this one. I'm going to tell you all about it. But many of us on our journey right now, as the satanic matrix collapses, we're going through the dark night of the soul. Again, happened several times on our journey. And part of you is dying. But when this part of you dies and leaves you forever, you're going to upgrade. You're going to level up so that, Light Warrior, you can become the person that you came here to be. Hello everyone, I am Michael and I help guide people on the evolutionary journey. Many of us right now are going through the dark night of the soul. And myself, just like you, we're all in this together, and I'm going through the dark night of the soul step by step with all of you. And you know, over the course of our journey, we thought we were going to have a lot of safety and security from the Matrix. And now that everything is coming to light, everything that was in the dark is coming to light, we're seeing all of Satan and all of the Matrix collapse. But we were all part of this system. And a part of us is now dead. And many subconscious programs that were inside of us are dying with everything that we're going through right now. The dark night of the soul. And some of you have been on the journey with me. When you're on this spiritual awakening journey, you're going to have a dark night of the soul. You're actually going to have many dark nights of the soul. It's almost kind of like the dark night of the ego, right? But part of you is dying. It's finished. And a lot of us had these subconscious programs and identity that maybe we might have a career that might, you know, keep us safe and secure. We'll always have that salary coming in, for example, and it's finished now. So we're going to have to leave that part of our identity away. It's dead now. And now we have to just work with ourselves. The universe is going to catch us before we fall. We always wanted that safety net, right? I was part of the Matrix, but the Matrix has fallen. And the new earth is being born. We're out here ushering in the new earth. And on your journey, you're going to realize that the old you, the old life is finished. And, you know, the way that you lived, how you went about your journey, it's never going to be the same again. This reality is about to change, and it will never be the same again. So, when you go through the dark night of the soul, you feel emotion. What is emotion? Energy and motion. And, you know, no matter what, we're all having a human experience, right? I have to feel it just like all of you. And, you know, not having the safety and security right now, knowing that we're taking the leap of faith, knowing that we're on our own, but we're actually not on our own. We have God, we have the light of Christ. That's why we're out here in the light of Christ. And we are the builders of the new earth, and we're setting an example, right? So maybe that safety and security is gone now, and maybe that paycheck isn't coming in anymore, or maybe you had a relationship, all different types of relationships, right? And maybe your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, they're no longer there anymore, right? So you've left what was familiar and comfortable. What was familiar and comfortable is gone. A part of you is now gone. And now you're like a beautiful butterfly. You're becoming something new now, something magnificent. and you're able to become the person that you came here to be. But it's not easy, light warriors. So I was feeling a lot of anxiety the past 2 days. A lot of anxiety. And emotion is energy in motion. And sometimes this is coming up from within us, right? It's been part of us our whole life, right? We lived a certain way. How am I going to go forward right now? I thought I was going to do something else. And now my whole life is falling apart. And the ego might feel a little shook by this, right? But when you feel this anxiety, you have to know how to get rid of it. So I tell you about grounding, allowing the negative ions to cleanse you. But sometimes you got to go above and beyond. And that's what I did, light warriors, today. And what I did, let's go back in, light warriors, right? I was a polar bear. It's a little cold still, right? It's still the end of October. I can still come out here and, get a tan, and it's pretty warm for October. The water is not warm. Water is not warm. I don't like the cold. I've shared this with you many times. Some of you hear about Wim Hof, right? He's very big on the cold. Look up Wim Hof, right? Even one of my friends, Adam, he tells me, do the Wim Hof breathing. When you get out in this extreme cold, you actually can't control your breathing. So my breathing was all over the place. And I can't express to you how I just felt the anxiety leave me. So I know many of you are experiencing the dark night of the soul. We're all experiencing this now. So, take the time to realize emotion is energy in motion. We all have an energetic body. We have to cleanse this energy. So what I did today is I got out there for a few minutes and I couldn't control the breathing, but I felt all the dense energy leave my human energy field. And now I'm able to move forward only with the light of Christ, leaving all of the dense energies. We say bye-bye to the matrix. We're all saying bye-bye to the matrix right now. And, it used to be familiar and comfortable. It's not so much familiar and comfortable anymore. But know how to manage the dark night of the soul. You're always in your mind yourself. This is mental health awareness. So the only person that can help you is yourself. You can surround yourself with people and talk to them, but you're in your head. You're in your head all day long. You're in your head. So it's all about you. It's all about you. Surround yourself with higher vibrational people, things, and situations, but know how to manage it yourself. So take the time to get out in nature. If it calls you, get out in the water, light warriors. Freezing cold today. It's a lot nicer in the summer. But cleanse your energy field and know that the dark night of the soul is very common for everyone on their spiritual awakening journey. And I'm here to present this with all of you. And know that the dark night of the soul can happen many times over the course of your journey. And you're shedding away. A lot of times we want to hold on to what's familiar and comfortable. And a relationship might go away. And a job might go away. And things that were part of our identity go away. And then when you strip it all down, strip yourself down to the core, then and only then will you become the person that you came here to be. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. And let me know in the comments, many people around the world, there's so much going on. This is the end of the world. Like, if you haven't realized, this is the end of the world. So you might as well go have a party, right? Don't worry about the fear. Don't worry about, let it all behind. Get out in nature. I enjoyed today, right? Still have to deal with the residue right? The energy that's trapped up within the body, and we have to let it go. So that's why I dunked myself in the ocean today, like a polar bear. But let me know what you're dealing with, right? Are you dealing with a loss of a job? Are you dealing with a loss of a loved one? Everyone's dealing with something. Sometimes we have to say goodbye, adios, deuces. We have to say goodbye to people, things, and situations, jobs, everything. Get them out of here. They don't resonate with you anymore because you have now outgrown the matrix, and now you are the creator of the reality. Realize that the dark night of the soul is very common, and I will share links to other videos I've shared about the dark night of the soul. You will experience this more than once. The first one is the doozy. Then when you learn about it, it's very easy. But it's my honor to present this because we are the defenders of mental health. And as this satanic matrix falls, many people are dealing with their mental health right now, and it's my honor to serve the people. But don't worry about what's going on in the world right now. You know why. We cannot control what is around us. However, we can control from within. Be conscious of the dark night of the soul and a part of you dying. And the resurrection, light of Christ, will take its place. Use this to raise your vibration and increase your electromagnetism. Life is so much better when we are all together and we're raptured out of the matrix. If you find this message inspiring or know someone that can benefit from it, please share this message. Dear ones, I am Michael. Find us in the 5th dimension. Have a wonderful day living your everyday life. Don't worry about it, light warriors. We're able to manifest abundance exponentially, and it's going to happen. You just need the momentum to start. So I know it's hard to let go, but everything's happening for a divine purpose right now. We're serving in World War III. World War III is a spiritual war with no division between civilian and military participation. And that's why I train the light warriors of the world to be prepared for this physically, mentally, and spiritually. This is the end of the matrix and the beginning of the 5D earth. And we need light warriors that are ready for this. And don't worry about the dark night of the soul. We all go through the dark night of the soul, even yours truly. And I'm here to let you know that. We're all in this together. Lead by example, right? Stand in the vibration of authenticity is the highest form of vibrational consciousness. Allow the light of Christ to flow through you. Victory of the light. Let it all cleanse. We'll go back in a little bit more. If you have to do it at home, do it at home. If you have a different nature place, spend the time in nature. And remember, light warriors, it's already coming. This is a matrix. This is all a matrix. And we're realizing this. We're realizing that everything that we were taught was a lie, because this is actually a matrix. We'll see in a second, right? This is actually a matrix. And we can summon things just by our presence. Always remember this, light warriors, those that have been on the journey with me. So take it in. Take it all in, light warriors. Summon everything. Let it all become the control of the matrix is collapsing. I am the defender of our everyday lives. And check out the previous videos if you're new to this journey. You'll love it. It's all connected. If you start connecting all the videos, you start to see that I work with the universe. Victory of the light. Now let's enjoy the nature without the helicopter now. Gotta laugh. That's how we get rid of the dark night of the soul as well. Laugh it up. Greatest reality show. It's coming, light warriors. It's coming. Michael is here. And so, of the 144,000.